In its peak, the Dutch East India Company, VOC, was a trailblazing international corporation that transformed how corporations operate at that time. The Dutch economy was the world leader during which it was created, characterized by vibrant marketplaces and cutting-edge corporate strategies. The Dutch economy was mainly driven by active trade, economic innovation, and a focus on agricultural production during the Dutch East India Company's era. The Netherlands was well positioned to participate in global trade, exporting goods and raw materials and manufactured products. By virtue of its earnings, taxes, and income from East Indies expeditions, VOC made a significant financial and economic contribution to the Dutch crown. Consequently, the VOC emerged as a crucial power behind the Dutch economy at that period. At its height, it employed about 50,000 people, including merchants, contractors, sailors, and other professionals. It also offered a large number of job options in a range of industries tied to its operations. Moreover, VOC's ventures brought significant tax income to the Dutch government. These monies supported government and infrastructure developments, which helped to boost the economy as a whole. On top of that, the Dutch VOC business expanded and generated demand for other industries, like shipbuilding and construction. In addition, the VOC's extensive trade program opened up new markets, allowing Dutch traders to market products and ideas globally. These changes stimulated innovation and created Dutch industries. Furthermore, historians believe that the VOC's dividend payments to stockholders are what really makes the company significant to the Dutch economy. The Dutch economy benefited greatly from the VOC, which peaked in the early 17th century and delivered profits with an unexpectedly high rate of return. It paid dividends, and in 1610 it increased to an astounding 50%. The average annual dividend in the middle of the 1600s increased steadily to nearly 18%. This dividend showed the crucial role that VOC played as a major economic force during the period. It also represented a significant return for investors and significantly increased the wealth of individual owners as well as the greater Dutch economy. So, in today's video, let's look at the Dutch East India Company and how influential it was to the Dutch economy. The revolutionary tactics and organizational frameworks of the VOC were what made it significant. It brought in new funding models that capitalized on the potential given by the Netherlands' vibrant market economy. The corporation allowed investors to purchase shares of its trips, and they also invented the first method of investing in stockholders. This strategy distributed the financial risk among multiple investors, allowing VOC to go on an expensive and hazardous expedition. Moreover, VOCs used a vertical integration to achieve scale advantage over competitors. Seized command of certain facets of trade, acquiring ships, ports, and even farms. This strategy provided the organization more control over every step of the production process, from distribution to manufacturing, in line with how modern teams usually handle several facets of their business. VOC was able to stabilize and control trade channels thanks to his monopoly and potent naval force, which increased VOC's power. VOC was a leader in commercial innovation, wielding considerable influence and power that molded the world's corporate environment at the time. VOC addressed the economic tactics used by enabling people to participate in and contribute to their ventures. This strategy makes it simpler to finance costly and dangerous travel by distributing financial risk among numerous investors. The company had total control over the whole economic cycle, from manufacturing to distribution, thanks to its own farms, ships, and docks. With an emphasis on increased efficiency, quality control, and procedures, this management approach represented how contemporary teams manage many facets of their corporate operations. The Dutch Republic's concessions gave the VOC a monopoly on trading in the Far East. At its height, this monopoly gave the company the ability to control important areas of international trade. Control over trade routes and the stability and security of its operations were guaranteed by the powerful naval of the VOC. Because of its monopoly power, the VOC was able to set the terms of trade and business, influencing the financial landscape of the sectors in which it did business. When adjusted for inflation, the estimated value of the Dutch East India Company, VOC, is $7.9 trillion, a sum that is not well known. But these limited estimations are very different from more accurate appraisals based on asset book values. This misperception results from a lack of understanding of inflation and how it relates to past pricing. A more accurate valuation based on asset and book values for VOC worth, with a clear picture, is preferred to the $7.9 trillion estimate, which relies on an external prediction that directly links previous investment valuations to current investment valuations. Based on an examination of the VOC's assets at its heyday, including its ports, plantations, ship fleet, and important commodity inventories like spices, the book value analysis places the company's current worth at almost $8 billion at worst. This assessment takes into account the real assets as well as their current relevance or value in the current economic climate. Essentially, even though the VOC was clearly powerful and had significant influence over world trade, its inflated $7.9 trillion valuation is overstated when considering its assets and book value, which would be more in line with $8 billion in today's currency. In summary, the VOC's legacy is not solely confined to its commercial success but extends to its pivotal role in shaping business structures and practices. Its innovative funding methods, vertical integration strategies, and monopolistic dominance became fundamental pillars that paved the way for the establishment and growth of modern multinational corporations. And with that, let's end the video. This is Visionomics, signing out.